Hello, my beautiful soul tribe. Welcome to anyone who's new, and welcome back to anyone who was part of the tribe and subscribed. And welcome back to those who may not be part of the tribe but are coming back to watch this video. If you aren't part of the tribe, please subscribe and join the tribe and smash that like button. We're going to do a random, basically collective reading that I'm doing because something happened to me and then I felt inspired to share it with everyone. I was out and about today and I happened to come upon this item that I have right here, and I'll show you, and something compelled me to pick it up. I don't know why. My eye looked at it and I just bent over, picked it up, and I went on. I didn't look at it. I figure I'll look at it later, we'll see what it is. If it's nothing, I'll throw it out. It's this little card here. At first I thought it was a gift card that someone, I was, oh my God, someone dropped a gift card. And then I thought, oh, maybe it's just a card, a business card. So on the front of the card, I looked at it when I got home, and it says, it's backwards on the camera, I'm sure, but it says, give to a stranger. And down below in a little print down there, can you see it? It says, well, maybe you can if it's backwards, we're not really strangers. We're not really strangers, which is very true. But on the other side is that's the first thing I saw, and then I flipped it over to the red side. Be proud of the progress you're making, no matter how small. And again, down below it says, we're not really strangers. I don't know if that's an organization or I don't know. I found that was so surreal that I found this. Be proud of the progress you're making, no matter how small. And after I found this, I didn't think of myself. I thought of the collective. I thought of you all out there. And I'll include myself in that, but it's like Spirit was saying, you need to share this message with the collective. So for those who are watching, I decided to go ahead and do the reading because I feel there are more messages that that could come through here. And so I'm going to do a reading. Keep in mind, it is a general read, so it may not resonate with you, or all of it may not resonate with you, but just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Again, I do suggest watching the whole video. If you can't watch it all now, save it and watch the rest of it later, because I do feel that for a good number of you, there is a message in here somewhere. I don't know about the whole reading, but parts of it, okay? All right, I'm going to shuffle one more time. I ask that you all concentrate, close your eyes, pause the video if you need to. Concentrate on the cards. What's going on in your life, maybe what you've been working on, what you'd like to see happen in your life, that kind of thing. Concentrate on that. Take a deep breath. Blow it out, and we will start. So I'm going to cut the deck. Thank you very much for that, by the way. And we will get to these cards. To determine how much room I have up there, because I have my other deck there. So it's the Fool card on the bottom, and what's underneath that? The Empress. Interesting. Now, I did a full moon reading yesterday, so if you haven't seen that, you may want to check that out. There were some pretty good messages in that one as well, and the Empress did show up. I can't remember if the Fool showed up or not, but I know the Empress for sure showed up. And I shuffle, ooh, and the High Priestess underneath that. And I shuffle these cards, and if anybody has seen me shuffle, in some of the videos I've done where I split regular and love, I take every single card, I put it in the deck, I take stacks of cards, put it on top of that, I separate all the cards that I use. So when they come out again in a reading, I know that is a specific message. So with the Fool card here, and the same message came out basically in the moon reading, the full moon reading, is whatever preconceived notions you have going on about your life, what should be, what shouldn't be, where you should be at this time, where you should be going, let it all go. Let it all go. Because the full moon yesterday, the message was that was a portal for all of us to start anew. It's like starting a new chapter in our life, stepping through as the full moon passed. And if anybody went outside, it was a beautiful energy. Where I'm at, it's a little hard to kind of see and get the full essence of the moon, but still I was able to feel the energy in the air, and it was nice. So, and with the Empress, it's getting in touch with the, if I refer to he or she, by the way, in these readings, it's only masculine and feminine energy. There are no genders in Tarot, so it's only about energies. It has nothing to do with gender. So keep that in mind. We all have masculine and feminine energy in us. We usually resonate with one more than the other, regardless of what gender we are. Okay? So the Empress, getting in touch with your emotional side, nurturing the parts of you. Oh, I just heard specifically, nurturing the parts of you that you love about yourself the most. And for, I'm going to say, maybe a decent number of us, sometimes we can be, and myself included, down on ourselves. And I did my own reading before I did the moon reading yesterday, and there were energies that were similar. The Spirit was telling me to stop being so hard on myself and to just let things happen the way they're supposed to happen and enjoy. And so I'm trying to keep that in mind, especially with the full moon. And the moon did come out, so I assumed that the Spirit was saying that the full moon for a good number of us, if not all of us, have we've gone through a portal, and now it's time to focus on moving forward, moving on a brand new journey, an absolutely brand new journey, clearing the slate, like none of this bad stuff, negative stuff had happened to us. And the Empress is saying now, take care of each and every one of you. Take care of yourself, your health, your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health, every which direction you can think of. Try to ground yourself. Don't get too over emotional. Try to keep it all balanced. The Empress embodies all of the Queen's energy, all the feminine energy in the Tarot with the Queens. And so it's so interesting that I have YouTube in the background, and it's just a thing from Yellow Brick Cinema, if anyone's familiar. And the birds, it almost sounds like we're there with the Empress, with the birds chirping. It's cool. Maybe you need to go out into nature. Some of you need to just go spend time in nature and just think. And that's kind of, I was just walking. And when I am by myself and walking, I kind of get in my zone and I start thinking. Sometimes I'll talk to Spirit, whatever. I'll see if there's anything that Spirit and I can have a conversation about, or what do I need to know. The High Priestess. Your intuition is going to be at a very high volume. It's at its height right now. So if there are things in your life that are starting or happening and you're feeling some sort of gut feeling, the universe is saying go with it, because your intuition is straight on. And interesting, the Queen of Pentacles came in the moon reading too. Again, knowing your own worth, appreciating yourself. And this, now the Queen of Pentacles to me goes with this saying, be proud of the progress you're making, no matter how small. Doesn't matter what you're doing. Just be proud of the things that you are accomplishing, no matter how big or small. Little by little we get there. And the Queen of Pentacles is that energy. The Queen of Pentacles never rushes anything. The Queen of Pentacles knows that if she, feminine energy, stays focused, she will eventually get what she wants. And she does it in a way that she is not going to do things in a rush where she's going to make mistakes, trip and fall, ruin what it is that she wants. She's going to do it in a timely, a paced manner, I should say. And the Queen also knows that the universe, the Queen of Pentacles and specifically, knows that the universe and the earth will provide, regardless, will provide. Now, it could be financial. If you're worried about finances, you could even be provided for, like maybe getting a job, or, I don't know, making some extra money somehow. But I'm hearing specifically it's about, and there's the moon again, with the High Priestess, this full moon has brought in energies that is saying that trust your intuition, because your intuition is at a high peak right now. And take care of yourself. If you're tired, take some time to sleep. If you're not eating right, try to be more focused on when you eat. Make sure you hydrate, drink that water. Me too. I love my coffee, and the next thing you know, I've had a coffee cup or two. I eat, espresso beans. I was munching on those earlier. Espresso beans, and then I'd forgotten. I'm dehydrated a little bit now. I always forget about drinking the water. But just take a devil-may-care attitude right now. Well, that was a long one for that, because we haven't even gotten to the actual reading. So this is how you see yourself right now. So with the King of Swords, I'm hearing that you're trying to be very stoic and rational in some sort of situation. You may be ignoring your emotions at this time, and that may not be in the best interest of you. So how you see yourself as a strong individual, which may very well be accurate. You see yourself as strong-minded, strong-willed. Ooh, I heard strong-willed. Strong-willed, a good listener, maybe a good communicator. That's how you see yourself, which is a good thing. So your strengths, that's interesting. That came in the reading too. In one of the readings. I think that was my own personal reading though. The Three of Wands, how you use your strengths are being patient. So if patience is one of your virtues, one of the things that you see as one of your strengths, this is going to work well for you, because the more patient you are, letting the universe handle the details of your life. It's not saying just stop working altogether, but you've worked hard. And again, be proud of yourself. You worked hard. Now it's time to take a break and enjoy the fruits of your labors. The work that you've put into yourself, your home, whatever the case may be, it's time to take a moment to, and waiting for more. Maybe you put the work in and you're waiting for them to pay off. And so it's just be patient. Absolutely be patient. So now this is a message of what we can do to become better. Heal ourselves, be in touch with peace. I was just studying this card and I got so many messages. I don't remember what reading it was in. Again, it may have been my own, but I heard be in touch with your emotions, stay grounded, but make sure they're balanced. Don't ignore your emotions, but don't be overcome by emotions. Because you have the water sign here, you have the pentacles, which is the earth signs, and then you have the air. I was looking for the fire, which may be the red here, maybe the red bird. There's a passion within, but this is a patience and balance card. But what I heard with the stars above is your spiritual side is what is, see how big that yellow star is in the middle? Your spiritual side is what you need to really be focusing on, because I feel that energy, focusing on the spiritual side of your life and yourself, your internal self, your higher self, is going to positively affect the other aspects of your life. Your emotions are going to feel more balanced. You're going to feel more grounded, as I was saying. And you have all these ideas of what you want to do with your life. Now is the time to think about that. Maybe even making plans on how you can possibly make that happen in your life. Okay. Your purpose in life. Purpose or actions is releasing any burdens that you may have been handling recently. Release, and I hear you may have been maybe helping other people and adding their problems onto your own. And it's time for that to end. This can be a challenge for you. Maybe you're a person who likes to help people. That's a nice thing. But sometimes we can be weighed down by that, which can take a toll on us, again, mentally, physically, and spiritually. The tens are about completion and ends. So right now, your focus is to rid yourself of things that you feel are burdening you. There's something else though. I'm feeling something else here. Because you're almost, maybe you know, even though we've had the new moon, and this is all going to happen differently for everybody. Maybe for some of you, it may be even past the full moon, going to the first quarter moon, or you know what I mean. So it may take a little time for it. Everything's in divine timing. Some of us may feel it the day after. Maybe some of us are still going through some of this stuff and healing from things, you know, trying to be strong and stoic about it. Just waiting for that time when you'll feel better. about yourself and life in general. So you may have things weighing on you. You may have the world on your shoulders right now, but have no fear. That's going to end. And it's time to focus on ways to make that happen so you don't have to carry, it's nice to help people, but sometimes you can help them, but in a way that helps them help themselves. So they actually deal with their own problem. Does that make sense? So things to be aware of about yourself. King of Wands. So you have two kings here. Masculine energy. So with the King of Wands, not only is very powerful energy, but the King of Wands has a way of conducting himself and dealing with things in life that is almost as if he doesn't really have to lift a finger. You see how it looks like he's looking over his kingdom like, look at this. I did all this. I did all this, and I'm still receiving abundance in my life. I'm doing something I feel passionate about. I'm doing something that I absolutely love, that makes my heart happy. I am doing something that makes my life comfortable. But the King of Wands is always searching for more. And through that searching is growth and ascending even higher to a higher level. But the King of Wands has worked enough in his life that he knows that he doesn't know. He doesn't even have to think about it. People just do things for him. Same with the Queen of Wands. The King of Wands, though, he has passions, but he's more intellectual and analytical about things. He's very creative, very clever on how he can, again, conduct himself. So he gets things from people in almost a sneaky way. He's so charismatic and influential to people that they just want to do things for him. But you have masculine energy here, and with that queen under here and the high priestess, the overall energy is like, I'm thinking you may be, and a full moon is when emotions are high and intuition is high. So you may be trying to ignore the emotional, intuitional side of you. Some of you, not all of you. And if that's not the case, maybe some of you are balancing your masculine and your feminine right now. You're figuring out a way with the Star card here how to balance those passions, those ideas, but also make sure that you're nurturing yourself and your life in a way that you stay grounded and you're in touch with your emotions. So back to this card. Before we get to any type of clarifying, be proud of the progress you're making, no matter how small, and pay it forward. Give it to a stranger. We're not really strangers. So be proud of the progress you're making, no matter how small. Pass that message on to other people and let them know that. If I knew where this card came from, and again, maybe you can Google "we're not really strangers." I didn't get a chance to do that, but maybe that's some sort of organization. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if the person dropped it or just didn't want it, but it was there for a reason. All right, so I'm going to do very quickly the King of Swords. See how you see yourself as the King of Swords. Tell us more about the King of Swords, please, spirits. And then maybe just another card, because I don't really know if I need to clarify the others. Okay, there we go. The Eight of Wands. So what I'm hearing specifically is you feel like your thoughts. So this, what I hear together, I'm surprised the Magician didn't come out. What I hear with these two cards together is it's almost like the King of Swords is being the magician, conducting himself in a way where he's using his thoughts to help propel him forward in a very, very quickly. You may be traveling. Maybe you're going on a trip. Eight of Wands is fast movement. It's going to come in fast and it's going to progress fast. And maybe that King of Swords is careful about that because you may get yourself out of control. You may get all caught up in the energy and the excitement of moving forward. The King of Swords may be saying, make sure you're rational about this. But I also feel that some of you feel that I'm going to say intellect. The air signs in general are I don't know a lot of Libras. I'm assuming Libras are the same. Aquarians I know are very intellectual, and I know plenty of Geminis that are, so I'm assuming the majority of Geminis are too. And they're very creative, and they're very, I don't know, they don't clutter their mind with all this other crap like the rest of us do, the rest of us signs. You know, I'm a water sign, we dwell on things, so you know, you got that stuck in your head, you go to the past and you repeat it. Well, that's not helping you move forward, and you've got all that clutter in your head. The King of Swords thinks with a clear head. So with this Eight of Wands, whatever it is you're trying to move forward with, make sure you're thinking with a clear head so you can make the appropriate decisions at the appropriate time. The Nine of Pentacles, you're trying to be more independent. This is your decision alone. Trying to be more independent, but right now you're having a hard time making a specific decision. You may have different options, and right now it's hard to make that kind of decision. And the King of Swords is is pretty sure of what he wants. It doesn't take him long to figure out, this is what I want, this is what I'm going to go for. He's not going to go half crazy like the Knight of Swords would, because the Knight of Swords isn't as experienced. So let's do this Ten of Wands. What is this Ten of Wands up here for our purpose slash sort of challenge thing? The Hanged Man. So with the Hanged Man and the Ten of Swords, that Hanged Man, if he was holding on to those, did I say Ten of Swords? I meant Ten of Wands. The Hanged Man, if he was holding on to all those Ten of Wands, would not be able to freely hang there. And think he'd be too worried about the wands. He wouldn't be thinking about he really doesn't think about anything per se. He just kind of hangs there and just kind of like a Zen, just be. I love Buddhism, and I have a hard time with some of the things like minimalism. I have a hard time with that. We cancers have a hard time. We're pack rats. We have a hard time giving stuff up. I'm trying to learn though, and I'm trying to conduct myself in a better way. Live and learn, baby steps. The Hanged Man though is, so once you release those burdens that you may have been carrying, even if they're all yours, maybe they're not other people's, let the past be the past and start living in the present moment, which will open up windows and doors and opportunities in the future. It's going to free up a lot of energy and a lot of clarity for you, for us. So I'm going to include myself, and there we go. There's the Hermit. Exactly. Spending time and doing some soul searching. I am going to do some soul searching videos. If anyone's interested in that, let me know. I would like to do some dark shadow work. But soul searching, because that's, to me, this is what this channel is all about and was meant to be. It's called Deep Soul for a reason. It's for everyone to go inside deep into their soul and heal and learn about themselves and their higher self and just be the best you that you can be, And then the shadow work can tie into that by getting rid of anything from our past or things that are blocking us from moving forward. So let me know in the comments below if that's something you're interested in. And if it is, you may want to subscribe if you haven't already, because you don't want to miss out on that kind of stuff if you're interested in that. And anything else I offer, tarot readings and what have you. So, subscribe and join the tribe and smash that like button. All right. The Hermit. Very much... The Hermit, in this particular card, he looks worried to me. And so he stopped for a minute because he thinks he's going in the wrong direction. And he's been going a long time. Look at that beard and that hair. But he doesn't realize he's got the light. He can move forward. He can see. The answer is within him. And when the Hermit goes into his little cave or wherever he goes, I sort of see him as like a monk. Don't have any interruptions. Just be. Maybe have a little relaxing music or a mantra or something going in the background just to kind of help you to concentrate. I'm going to peek at the Page of Pentacles. I didn't finish my thought, but you're going to spend time with yourself and you're going to learn, dig down deep in there, learn about yourself, learn about what you really truly want. I was going to say separate yourself and listen to some mantras, because those kind of things, at least for me, really clears my mind and things start coming to me that normally probably wouldn't come to me. Life gets in the way. Well, okay. So for those of you that joined and stayed to this point, I didn't mean to go for, it's almost 25 minutes now, I'm so sorry. But the messages were the messages. It was supposed to be a shorter video, but The messages came through, and I hope that you stayed and watched, and some of it or all of it resonated for you. And again, if that's the case, please do give it a thumbs up. Or if you like this content, hit that thumbs up and subscribe and join the tribe if you want to see more of this kind of stuff. All right? I'd love to have you as part of the tribe, a soul tribe. All right, we can do some soul work here. That's what I'm here for. That's what we're all here for. All right, thank you so much for joining. I love you all, and I will see you in the next one. Now check out that full moon reading. I did some cusp readings. If you're a cusper, I just did Taurus, Gemini, and Gemini Cancer. And then in July, Cancer season, I will do Cancer. And so I'll progress. So if you're a cusper, look for those. Subscribe if you're not. And I'm going to be doing love readings, Zodiac love readings. So if you're into that, check it out. All right? Thanks so much. See you in the next one.